Before the video starts, I want to just put this out there. I'm going to be covering a lot of topics that are possibly triggering for some people. I will be putting up like warnings before I start talking about those things, but just know that they are going to be in the video. Here's like a full list of like all the things that are going to be in the video, but I'll put up specific warnings like right before I'm about to talk about those things, just to let you know. Erotomania is a rare mental health condition that happens when someone is fixated on the idea that another person is intensely in love with them. The other person may be a celebrity, wealthy, or of a high social position. I'm not qualified to diagnose anyone with anything, but today I'm going to be talking about something that's daunting. I wanted to talk about this woman who I personally find very alarming. You might know of her. She's also interesting in a way. The more popular topics of discussion surrounding this woman are very, sad, often disturbing, and obsessive to a very creepy degree. All for the attention of someone who she doesn't even know. In a way, she got it. In a way, she got the attention that she was looking for, but we'll talk about that later. For right now, let's just talk about it. Quinn Collard could be most mildly described as a superfan of the band They Might Be Giants. Quinn, specifically, has a fixation with John Linnell. She's professed her love for him on her Tumblr blog and a long, long list entitled The Absolutely Never-Ending List of Things About John That Are Sexy, Adorable, or Just Generally Completely Amazing, which is a mouthful. Some of the things on this list are rather invasive and very upsetting. Completely unreasonable spazziness. His skeletal, veiny arms. His skeletal, long fingers. Those are literally right next to each other. His death hang-up. His aging hang-up. See, these, again, right next to each other. She thinks it's attractive that he has anxiety. I counted them up individually. I took the time to count every single one of them. And I haven't gone back and recounted, so she might have added some by the time I'm making this, because she's still very active in the community. There are about 150 items on this list. 150 very, very mundane, that's not a pun, it's not a pun on purpose, very mundane things that she listed about why she loves John Linnell. I'll link it below if you want to read it. Just be warned, it's disturbing, to say the least. Aside from her Tumblr, this list can also be found on her website, her personal website, and on her This Might Be a Wiki profile. Although her personal site refused to connect when I tried to access it on my laptop, which is weird. So did her wiki page, but I found it through just going to the wiki and searching up her name. She's self-called Nowhere on pretty much everything. Except for Twitter. Her name is Typewritten Girl on Twitter. I have her blocked there, just in case. She posts significantly less creepy things on there. I looked through her following. She's following, Robin, as in Robin Goldwasser, as in John Flansburgh's wife, but she's not following the official They Might Be Giants Twitter account, which leads me to believe that she's blocked. When I looked at her up on This Might Be a Wiki, the first thing that I saw on her profile was this picture. Anyway, next to that is a list of user boxes. The website offers these user boxes to anyone with a profile. You could set them up, but she has customizable ones, which leads me to believe that she is like a very active member on this site, which doesn't surprise me. The first user box says, "This user is madly in love with John Linnell," which is an understatement. The next bunch of user boxes is just general information, stuff that the site provides, these ones aren't custom. The amount of shows she's been to, the pages on the site that she's contributed to. One of the user boxes says, "This user is 38 years old," and as someone who has an account on the wiki, I am pretty sure that the way that you get your age is by putting in your birth date. And she's active enough on the site that I'm sure if she just put in her age, she updates it regularly. So yeah, she is 38 years old. keep that in mind for the remainder of this video. She is 38 years old. One of my favorite user boxes is the one that says, "This user knows that John wearing his glasses..." So, okay, there are two Johns in the band. Obviously we know which one she's talking about, but the fact that she doesn't specify says a lot about what her character and, like, what people know about her. Like, she assumes that people are going to assume that she is talking about John Linnell because that's, like, the one that she's obsessed with. This user knows that John wearing his glasses is a level of sexiness that is beyond the capacity of human language to describe. That one, while strange, is particularly funny to me, because I discovered her Facebook group with a practically identical name one night when I was surfing the interwebs, as the kids say these days. You know. I didn't even know who she was at this point, so I was, like, looking through that Facebook page, and it's just, like, tons of pictures of John Linnell wearing glasses. She's also got quite the lengthy collection of They Might Be Giants paraphernalia, which is the second half of her page, but it's the beginning part that I want to address. I am Quinn. I run Museum of Idiots. I'm just a teensy bit obsessed with Mr. Linnell. Yeah, okay, so whatever, we have that information already. What intrigued me was the next bit. My unnecessarily detailed explanation of how I became a fan / fell in love with John is right here. Now we're getting somewhere. So I clicked it, and I thought to myself, this is entirely too long. But I read it anyway. Here's the summary. Her mom bought the They Might Be Giants debut album in 1987, when she was 4 years old. She really liked it, and They Might Be Giants was then, like, a staple of her childhood. Despite this, she didn't really own any albums until high school, when she bought an Apollo 18 CD. Lots of albums later, she went off to college with some, like, Conan O'Brien highlight tapes in her possession, and They Might Be Giants happened to be on one of them. Her obsession with John Linnell specifically began... Here's the best part. Her obsession with John Linnell specifically began when she had a dream that she was exchanging flirty emails with him. So yeah, that's what started it. A horny dream she had in college changed the entire course of her life. She dedicates her life to this man because of a dream that she had in college. Okay, so the last paragraph is very interesting to me. And I'm quoting directly now. So really, it just comes down to the fact that John Sidney Linnell gets to me in a way no one else in my life ever has. He is absolute perfection as far as I'm concerned. He is so brilliant as a musician and so overly intelligent as a person. Every little thing about him makes me excited somehow or other. I have a list. And yes, physical attraction still plays a huge part in it as well, not gonna lie. I didn't know it was possible for a human being to be as gorgeous as he is. I love his hair, and his long fingers, and his veiny arms, and his Converse, and his tight black jeans, and his big brown eyes, and I have just a little bit of a thing about his glasses, and I could go on and on and on and on. But really, my answer for why I love Linnell more is just that he's him. He's John Linnell. He is a god, so that's my answer. Now I'm gonna assume that she wrote this when she was younger. Still, that means that she was in her 20s, at the very least. So she called him a god. I don't really want to unpack that, so I didn't. I don't know why I didn't go over this in the script. I don't know why I didn't talk about this more. I just said, yeah, she called him a god. Also, about the glasses thing, she literally has said that she wants his eyesight to get worse, so he wears them more often. That's, like, the tamest of some of her statements. So, moving on. Further down her This Might Be a Wiki page, we see pictures of tattoos she's gotten for various occasions. The first one on her leg for John's 51st birthday. Which, first of all, yikes. Secondly, that's a really weird age to get 51st. A tattoo for his birthday. A tattoo for a birthday of someone that you've never met. The second one is on her left arm for the 10th anniversary of the day she fell in love with him. Again, yikes. Then the one on her right arm commemorating the 13th anniversary of her first They Might Be Giants show. That one I understand. Like, some people like bands or artists and they'll get tattoos of like, oh, well, this is the day that I saw it. But like, 13th, again, a weird number. Yeah, celebrating a man's birthday with a permanent change to your body when you don't know him is very, very weird behavior. Another thing she does that concerns me is that she writes unironic / fanfiction about They Might Be Giants. As someone who's participated in like that kind of like real person shipping culture before, I just want to let you all know I was 9 up until I was 11, and then like I stopped. And then like when I was 13, I did it a little bit again, and then I stopped. This woman is 38, and she still does this. She writes fanfiction about John Linnell and John Flansgirl, which is not only uncomfortable for the people involved, it's like unapologetic fetishization of gay men. Like, I don't want to get fully into like the real person shipping discourse in this video, but yeah, just don't ship real people. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I went to her live journal and I tried to get through some of it, but it made me want to pull my hair out, and I couldn't. I'm sorry. If I had to choose between dying and reading fanfiction between the Johns, I would probably die. Like, I don't want to do that. I really don't. It makes me super uncomfortable. So while doing my research, at this point, I found a list of things on archive.md. So to speed things up, I'm just gonna go through this list and like expand upon things that I could find more information about. Again with the RPF, she writes erotic fanfiction about teenagers. I'm not even good, like I don't even have like a joke. That's horrible. It gets worse though. She bought sex toys for an underage girl she met online, then reblogged and creepily commented on that same girl's nudes once she turned 18. She was 32 at the time. I really don't want to go over this stuff. It's like disgusting and terrible, and I don't want to touch on it, and it makes me uncomfortable, and I know it makes everybody else uncomfortable. I just hope, I really, really, really hope that the girl who was involved is okay now. So she stalks John Linnell. There was no proof attached for this one. There was no like this is a very vague word that I assume was being used to encompass like all of the things that she does. She celebrates John's birthday every year. Now, my sister does this with the Beatles. But the difference is that my sister is 12 years old, and this woman is 38. It's over the line, honestly. Like, she has no real life interpersonal relationships, and it's because she does stuff like this. This one's really gross. She steals his coffee cups from the garbage after shows and drinks what's left. This is the only one that I know anything about, like, here. She did this once after a show, and then she bragged about it on Tumblr. I don't know if she did it afterwards, or if she does it, if she's done it before that, or if she has done it since. I just know she stole his coffee cup from the garbage, and then drank it. Drank what was left of it. Okay, I talk about, in the next few seconds, I talk about a post that I can't find. I forgot to mention, after she did this, she bragged about it on Tumblr. That's the thing that I was talking about. That's the post I can't find. The post has since been deleted, like I couldn't find it. I couldn't find proof of it. But, like, the fact that she did it in the first place is, like, deeply upsetting. She said, 100% seriously, as far as we know, that she wants his signature signed in his blood? Oh yeah, so when I first read this, I thought that her boyfriend broke up with her because he couldn't handle her obsession. No, she broke up with her boyfriend because he couldn't handle her obsession. She also says very creepy things about him, very publicly. Whoever made this list ended this specific bullet point with, just look at the entire Self-Called Nowhere blog. It's a goldmine. So, of course, I went back to her Tumblr. She has a Tumblr section titled Posts of Note. which is just a collection of her posts. The top 6 are lists, and the 4th one is reasons I wish I were a Flansgirl. I haven't looked at this one yet. I didn't write anything down from it in the script. We're gonna look at it together. This is gonna be like a group activity. There's only 10 items on this list. Okay. Reasons I wish I were a Flansgirl. He always wears his glasses. She has a thing about glasses, I guess. He's such a sweetheart. That's very vague. He likes awesome music. I feel like these are very vague things. He loves his kitties, and it is adorable. Yeah. He has cats. He actually graduated college and has graphic design skills because of it. Now it just feels like she's being mean to Linnell, which is out of character. No one makes fun of the instrument he plays. Oh my god. Oh my god. He does so many more of the interviews / so much more of the talking during interviews with both of them. He has amazing improvising / storytelling skills. He is a proud liberal. Okay. What? This doesn't even... I don't know what she's trying to say here. Okay, so she reblogged this post. Was this recent? Wait a minute. The layout of her Tumblr is I can't check the time of posting. In honor of Flans Day, I'd like to bring back out this important post, although of course the most important entry on it is no longer relevant. I have no idea which one this could be. He always wears his glasses. He still does that. He's such a sweetheart. Still. He likes awesome music. I don't think that's changed. He loves his kitties, and it is adorable. He still has cats. He actually graduated college. That can't have changed. No one makes fun of the instrument he plays. He plays guitar. No one makes fun of his guitar. He does so many more of the interviews. Yeah. His amazing improvising storytelling skills. And gigantic didn't change. It must be the liberal thing. Is he not? What are you talking about? What is she talking about? I don't know what the... Okay, I've spent way too long on this specific Tumblr post. Okay. Many people say Linnell had a restraining order against her at one point. That's a rumor. I'm guilty of spreading around that rumor without clarifying that's a rumor. It is a rumor. I don't know if that's actually true. I assume it is. But I'm not sure. To close it out, Quinn has a section on her Tumblr called Encyclopedia Linnellica, and the only subsection of this section is like a collection of the chronological order in which his different pairs of glasses have appeared on his face. It honestly seems like something that I would do. Like, I like making lists. I like organizing things about my interests. And I don't know if Quinn has any mental disorders, like obviously she does. But that's not a bad thing. At all. That's not what makes her bad. That's not why this whole thing is bad. It's bad because she doesn't regulate it. She has never learned to regulate it. And I'm not saying that's necessarily her fault. I don't want to make the claim that she's a bad person, because I don't know her. I'm just saying that the things that she's done in the past are inexcusable, and she hasn't done anything to prove that she's not the person that she used to be. She's still active in the community, and she's still, doing the same things that she did 10 years ago. I don't know what specifically makes her act this way. And I hope that she gets the help that she needs at some point eventually. Because this is scary. It's scary to be in a fandom space and be as old as I am and have to worry about someone like Quinn. Anyway, this video was very all over the place. I meant for it to be a video essay, but it just kind of turned into like, listing facts. And I didn't mean for it to turn into that. Not that that's a bad thing, necessarily, but I just wanted to let everyone know that I've done a lot of research on her, and I think I broke my brain. So, please like this video, and share it with someone else. Please. I never asked for that on this channel before, but this video, took me a lot of time and brain... Like, I've been working on this script for months. And it's not even finished. Like, I didn't finish it because I just didn't feel like I had enough in me to finish it. And editing this video is going to take even longer, and I have to listen to myself talk, which I'm already getting tired of, and I know you guys are probably getting tired of hearing me talk too. So, you know. Bye.